There is a story in those stars. And that story takes our hero's journey and extend it to a journey called the healer's journey. And it's over a 26,000 year period called the cycle of consciousness, which follows the precession of the equinoxes. We kept time of this through things like Stonehenge or places that are tied to the eastern face of the horizon and the solstices and the equinoxes. See, what happens is, and I can't go into this a lot, but I encourage you to go watch my introduction because I spell it out in my introduction. But what happens is as the sun moves along the horizon, it moves left and right, but the stars over time, they move 1 degree every 72 years in a backwards pattern. So the sun moves this way through the sky throughout the year. But through the precession, it moves literally this way, very, very slowly. And so that's how we can get different ages. Okay. Well, I'm going to point out these ages. We have Virgo, Libra, and Cancer. So about 12,000 years ago, roughly, there was a cataclysm and we were in the age of Virgo. That was the heightened age. See right here? So if you go back to this, as we are in our heightened age, we're in Satra Yuga, right at Libra and Virgo. And then we drop into darkness into Kali Yuga. And then we rise again. So Aries and Pisces. Right? So we're leaving Pisces, moving into Aquarius. So we're entering a new age right here. We're right in this area. So we're moving into a scent of a pattern. Okay. All of this is known. The hunter, hero, hierophant, and healer is not. That is my work. And what that does is I was able to help us understand that we have a triplet of delineations. Virgo, Leo, and Cancer reveal out of a virgin mind. This is the last ice age. Out of a virgin mind. So humanity lost everything. I think they did it on purpose, but that doesn't matter. Out of a Virgo, virgin, out of the virgin mind, Leo, the human hunter-gatherer, became and brought it online in the hunter stage. And then the Cancer, the idea of the emotional awareness. These are the two hemispheres. We're beginning to rebuild the personalities and the hemispheres. We went over this yesterday. Then it moves into the hero. So now that Gemini, these two hemispheres are online, we move to domestication, and then Aries, the bull or the ram, fighting, butting heads. Okay, so can you see that? How those would play out, how these zodiac signs and their meanings, when you read them backwards, tell a totally different story. And it's the story of our hemispheres coming online. And then Pisces, these two fish, these two hemispheres are now tied together and they're swimming in consciousness. And that is the idea of Aquarius, the pouring out of water, spirit, consciousness. So they finally see again that they are in consciousness, in awareness, they are spiritual beings. Consciousness is now fully embodied, and there's an identity enough that it can come online and go through this process that we just talked about so that it can begin to spiritualize and embark on the next journey. So right here, this is Orion. This is the hero, right? This is the hero's journey. We have transcended the hero's journey. We have unlocked it, and it has unlocked this biology. We are now going on the next 12,000 year journey, rising up, and it is Ophiuchus. When Orion sets, Ophiuchus rises. Orion is the polar constellation for Ophiuchus. We put this in there. They don't exist without our meaning, guys. They don't exist without the connection we make and the meaning we put in there. Ophiuchus is the healer. And he actually heals the hero, and that is the hunter in the myths. When the hunter is poisoned by Athena or by Artemis, because the hunter has gotten rampant and wants to kill everything, because that's what happens when we don't heal the lower species. We don't heal the genetics. We don't make higher choices. We don't heal ourselves and others through kindness and love. And we don't go on this journey of faith. We end up destroying the environment. And we knew that this was going to be what we had to remind ourselves of when we finally came into the ability to have this awareness as we began to rise and unlock the Hierophant, the ancient wisdom. Now, I want you to understand this whole thing, when the sun rises in the zodiac, what is happening is the zodiac has you see this right here? This is the Milky Way galaxy. When that sun is rising in that star constellation, it's tied to a certain configuration of the Milky Way, and whether it is bright or whether it is dark. When Orion is rising and it crosses the center of the Milky Way galaxy right here, we are looking and facing out away from the center of the Milky Way galaxy into the darkness. And that's when we fall into a darkened state. Okay. When we move into the heightened state right here at Sagittarius, we are moving right into and we are looking right at the brightest portion of the center of the Milky Way galaxy. That's right here. Okay. Now get ready because I'm about to show you some stuff. Okay. Right here. That's this point. Okay. So, and that's when we move into the brightened stage. So I want you to understand this, the darkened and lightened stages follow our reference to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So there is actually a cosmological pattern that this follows. Just like our biology follows a pattern of circadian rhythms of night and day, females follow a pattern of the monthly cycle with the moon. Our biology follows a consciousness cycle and its ability to access these deeper realms of awareness. And it has to do with the center of the Milky Way galaxy. We have known this. This is Mithra. This showed up about 2,000 years ago at the time of Christ.